All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We are live. It is Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. August 29th. NQ. We are right back into 650. 650. This is our new home here. 650. My goodness. Been nonstop watching this level all week long. Essentially, let's jump into the higher time frames. What we have here is, remember last Friday, big expansion day. Most of the week kind of spent in the upper portion of Friday's expansion day, bumping into that 650 level. That was Friday's high, right? On Wednesday, we kind of look above NVIDIA earnings. We're back into kind of the near term range low there during the overnight session. And then yesterday, we had what looked like was going to be a failed breakout. That failed to show any sort of continuation to the downside. We see the actual breakout trigger a true test of the 23,800 level. Gotta love how pinpoint prices with those levels sometimes doesn't happen every time, but when it does, it's always pretty cool. So perfect test 23,800, and now overnight we're right back into 650. Right back here into 650, 23,650. That is the main pivot on watch this morning. And basically, the idea here is pretty simple. If buyers cannot hold 650 as a sort of breakout and retest, price is going to be back within that range. And that'll more than likely actually trigger the failed breakout, potentially visiting 500, potentially visiting 440. So pretty simple. Main focus is 650. I'll be most interested in the action post 10 a.m. and really how that higher time frame structure is developing post 10 a.m. We do have a 9:45 a.m. print, and we do have the 10 a.m. Revised MCS. So two kind of landmines to watch out for this morning, 9:45 and 10 a.m. And then from there, post 10 a.m., one of the main things I'm going to be looking at, not only 650, 23,650, depending on where we're at, but volume. It is a 3-day weekend. The market is closed on Monday. Typically, ahead of those 3-day weekends, you can see volume really start to taper off, really fall off on Friday. So we want to keep an eye on that. We do have the duck race today. So the winners are going to be drawn for the Take Profit Trader account giveaway. We got the 2 accounts being given away. If you've not entered the giveaway, you've got a small amount of time to do so. I'll post the link here. I'm going to close it up pretty soon. Last chance, definitely last chance to get in on the giveaway, and then we're going to have the duck race to decide the winner. Hope everyone has their duck ready. I think last giveaway we had 65 participants, I'm pretty sure. This one there's only 40, so there's quite a bit less. You actually have much better odds to win here. And that there's going to be 2 winners. 2 winners. 2 separate winners. Whoever wins the first one will not be in the second race. There it is. Okay. So we got about 3 minutes until the open. I did have a couple of some pre-market trades there. Trying longs versus 23,650 just for some scalps. That second one ended up working much better, but when I started to see volume taper off, I was like, you know what? Let me just get out of this thing. I don't like the way it's looking. And that kind of brings me to an important point. Remember, the market is always generating new information The trades that you place are not binary. It's not like a binary bet. The thing that comes to mind is like sports betting when you're betting on a team to win. With trading, we're getting new information with every single candle, with every single bar. So you have the choice, you have the option. If you see new market generated information that does not align with your thesis, you have the option to take the trade off. You are not stuck in the trade. You can take the trade off. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. I feel like a lot of traders forget that. I feel like they put a trade on and they're like, nah, I have to get my 2-to-1 risk to reward or I'm going to die. Ah, that's not the case. You can take the trade off. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. It's okay. Candlesticks can't hurt you. Yeah, I see a lot of traders trading like that. I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. I think it's pretty silly. I think it's silly. I use the new information that the market gives us to my advantage. I think that is what, in part, helps me keep a very high hit rate. So I'm just willing to adjust. I'm willing to use that new information. All right, 1 minute till the open. 650. 650 is the watch. Let's get rid of this fib. Yeah, 15 minute. Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's see here. Session volume point of controls right there here as well. Take a look. We're gonna have a gap down clearly, but still within the prior day range. Let's see this open right here. There's your open. So we got the gap lower. Good volume off the open. We like it. We like it. Overnight lows down there at 612. It's your first downside reference point. Looks like it's coming for that overnight low. See how this opening 5-minute bar closes. You do have session volume point of control right there. There's a little kind of pre-RTH open structure right through here. Don't forget we have the data prints, 9:45 and 10. ES just kind of bumping into VWAP, consolidating there between last week's high and VWAP. RTY tested prior day high just before the bell. NQ into session low. Opening 5 closes in 90 seconds. Where's prior day low? Prior day low is 573. Volume already gone. Already gone. So potential failed breakout in the works here. Higher time frame failed breakout. We'll see. Like I said, I'd give more of a focus to the action post 10 a.m. once we have some more higher time frame candle closures. Note the volume below average. We're like 50% of average right now. 50%. ES into last week's high. And here we come, overnight low, getting close here. 612. At the weekly open just beneath that at 600. What time is it? All right, we got about 7-8 minutes till that first data print. There's overnight low, little undercut of overnight low. Tricky spot here. Tricky. Would it be accurate to describe volume as fuel behind market moves? Yeah, I like that idea there. I like that idea. I just think about it as like audience. If there's no audience in the market, then the market, it still can move, definitely. But typically, the best moves, the ones that I'm looking for anyway, have volume behind them. So I use it as kind of a, it's not a, it's not necessarily like a firm requirement, but it is something that I can kind of use to filter subpar conditions, things of that nature. Not much of a bounce there so far from overnight low. Right back into the lows. New low of day. Here's that weekly open. Weekly open 602. That's also this week's volume point of control right through there. Let's see an update on that hourly as we get into this first data print, 5 minutes. So this attempted little hold here just rolls over. I haven't seen Dom in a while. I think he popped in earlier this week. Yeah, I think we saw him on maybe Wednesday. He's lurking. Little reclaim of the overnight low. See if it holds. See if it holds. Don't forget data in 2.5 minutes. Does not hold the overnight low, right back into the lows. This is a typical pre 10 a.m. directional move. All right, 20 seconds till that first data print. Let's get this thing out of the way. Context right now is potentially failed breakout. 650 could not hold. Here comes prior day low. Everything just freezes. Let's see this prior day low. PDL. And then revised MCS at 10 a.m. There's prior day low. Look at the volume coming in now. Look at that. Look at that volume. Big liquidation right there. Gap and crap. The old gap and crap. So 500 is your downside level of interest. Here's that volume. 2XR vol. 12 till 10, more than likely a cash till 10 morning. Unless we get some market structure near that prior day low, but that is yet to be seen. Nasdaq fresh lows, just pounding the lows here. I'd like 23,500 aligned with 10 a.m. maybe. Let's see. Let's see here. We still have what, 10 minutes. Anyone trading yet? Anyone slapping the open? Got the MES, nice. Ray grab the short. Chad is cash. I'm with you, Chad. Benny riding the short. Nice, man. Not quite into that 500 yet. Session low is 526. We'll retest the prior day low, 572. Watching the prior day low. Watching that prior day low, especially as we get into 10 a.m. A little retest right there, prior day low. PDL. A little bit of a rejection there, a prior day low. And 5 minutes till 10 a.m. Revised MCS at 10 a.m. Yeah, MCS, Albert, typically market moving. The revised, maybe not as much, but MCS usually is. Nice reject at prior day low right there. There's your structure-based target. And we're getting into 500. ES into prior day low. So main focus now is the reaction at 23,500 into 10 a.m. There's your failed breakout. That right there is what sellers were looking for yesterday with that big shooting star. But they flopped. They flopped it. So if 500 fails, just kind of looking ahead. We're looking at 440. 1 minute. 1 minute, 10 a.m. We're looking at 23,500 level of interest in NQ here. Later this morning, we're going to be queuing up the duck race. If you want to get entered to win one of two 50K Take Profit Trader accounts, now is the time to do so. I'm getting ready to close the giveaway here, probably in the next 10 to 15 minutes. All right, here comes 10 a.m. Let's see, is this going to be a nothing burger print, or are we gonna see a move? What's it gonna be? There it is. A little bit of volatility, but location wise, still pretty much right here. Test of your almost into your 500. It looks like 502.25. Yeah, pretty much nothing burger, right? Burger nothing, nothing burger. RTH session volume point of control is 555. Good to know. Good volume there. And sellers right back in. Was that the shallow fib? Is that our shallow fib, Ray? Let's see. Yeah, just about. Just about. So right now we're watching that 23,500. We want to see, do buyers have any interest here? Obviously, all morning's been a downtrend. We're within the context of a failed breakout, keep in mind. So if you have a failed breakout, where's price going to go? It's going to go to the opposite end of the structure. Not your fib? What kind of fibs are you using over there? He's got the Holy Grail indicator. Eyes on prior day low reclaim. Yeah, prior day low could show an intraday change of character. Definitely could. Now, post 10 a.m., like I mentioned before the bell, I want to keep an eye on volume. It is a 3-day weekend. Right now, volume's fine. So, not a concern, but as the day goes on, something we're looking at. Yeah, right back into the lows. You don't trade the shallow fibs. Good. Good man, Ray. Good man. Good man, Steven. Opposite end of the structure, 500. Yeah, 500, 540 area. Could be lower if 500 fails. Kind of viewing this as the structure right through here. Doo, doo, doo. So this would be the lower portion of it, right? See lower portion. Here's 500, new low of day. $475 session low. Looks like we have a date with 440 here. Are you waiting for a reversal to go long? That's right. Yep, yep. This is what we were talking about during yesterday's stream with that failed break and that potential up thrust. So if you're in yesterday's TMG, we were talking last night about from failed moves comes fast moves as the old adage. So this is the sort of action you would have wanted to have seen following that big shooting star, right? That should have shown follow through, much like we're seeing today. Putting the pieces together. Here's 440. We're right there. Fast. Now, fresh lows post 10 a.m. Caution warranted. Let's wait for some good clues. Almost the highest volume of the session right there. Shallow fib aligns with that 500 now. See if we get a true test of 440 here. What's the current low? 442.5. Or is your true test of 440? Getting into that lower portion of the structure now. We're getting there. We're getting there. If there's no interest in 440, you're looking at 370. See if we can even get a green 5-minute closure down here. Yeah, right back into 440. RTY pressing the lows, no bounce in ES yet. See a bunch of questions on chart setup. It's all here at the link. Almost a new low of day. There's your new low of day. There's your new low of day. Right there. So more than likely 440 fails. We're looking at 370. I like to see, remember, post 10 a.m., you're still seeing that directional continuation. You want some higher time frame stopping power if you're wanting to fade that trend. Otherwise, you're just going to get run over and run over and run over and run over. So you're either short or you're waiting. You're waiting. A little quick on the 500 and stopped out. That's all good. That's all good. One attempt, fine, right? You get yourself in trouble trying it 10 different times. It's better to just wait. Better to wait for that right side of the V once you have that confirmation. Looking better now. Let's see how this 5-minute closes here in about 45 seconds. Not quite, Albert. Not quite. Let it close. Five-minute doji. It's getting closer. See how it's right back into the lows, though? Got your broom ready? The broomski. There's your new low of day. Let's see another 5-minute closure. The selling is definitely slowed. Check 5-minute. Five-minute coming into prior bar high. See how much better that looks so far? A little patience helps out. 'Now let's see if this kind of microstructure holds. Will it hold? Took profit on your shorts. Nice. Well done. It's almost duck race time. Almost time for the duck race. Five-minute through prior bar high. Yep. Yep. Albert. Oh, man. So much easier that 5-minute made it for an actual little bounce there. We'll see if this can continue, but see how much easier it was after the 5-minute. Coming into 500. Just gotta have the patience to let that higher time frame close. Let someone else mark the low. They could have that extra 20 points. I don't care about that. Looking for the main move. I got the trail down near the entry. They wanted, they could have it back. There we go. That's what you like to see. Break 500 here. You guys trailed already? I'm still in. Still riding. Still riding. Trails near the entry. If we get a break of 500, I'll lift it to like 72 area. Man, trade sinker. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I can use this thing anymore. Like, garbage. Seriously, garbage. Trade sinker, my goodness. So the idea, yeah, the idea is an intraday reversal versus 23,440 level of interest. Like I mentioned, you really want, anytime you're in a pretty aggressive downtrend, especially post 10 a.m., if the 10 a.m. reversal does not work and you're making fresh lows, you want to wait for some stronger confirmation that the low is in. Typically, I want to see at least some 5-minute reversal signal. The doji gave the first clue. Now, if you end up trying 440 before that doji is closed on the 5-minute, you're going to be too early. You're probably going to get stopped. And that's kind of what I was saying. I don't need to ever be the first one in. I don't need to nail the low. That's just like an ego thing. You want to nail the low so you can post on social media or something. I don't care about that. I'm just trying to get paid. I don't care about nailing the low. Just looking for an easy trade. And so the easy trade comes after you get some confirmation there on the 5-minute, at least in my opinion. There's the trail. Trailed out. There it is for you. So we'll take it. Now you have a rejection at 23,500. And we're back in a 440. I'm going to start queuing up the duck race here. Oh, let me close up the let me close out. I'll leave it open for another 2 minutes here. If you have not entered the giveaway and you want to enter the TPT eval account giveaway, it is your last chance. It's a little retest of 440, excuse me, 450. We may see session volume point of control shift down here. It wouldn't surprise me if RTH already is. Yeah, RTH already is. Okay. So that's kind of we know by looking at this volume point of controls down here, but you can see it pan out in price by what I had mentioned. If you wind back the stream a little bit, I had mentioned the selling had kind of slowed down a bit. You're getting some accumulation through here. You can see it in price, but volume point of control, volume profile helps to confirm it. It's also very, very helpful. Once that shifts, can give you more conviction in the reversal play. How to enter the giveaway? Click the link, comment on the post. You got about 90 seconds. If you miss it, there will be another one, probably in a couple weeks, maybe. Nice hold there at 450. That was the session volume point of control. Now you get a lift back in a 500. So just it goes to show how much easier it is to get the reversal if you just have a little bit of patience and you just wait for a little more confirmation. You're not going to miss the move. It's not going to go without you, and you're going to hopefully avoid some unnecessary stops. I did not get the re-entry there. It's just been the one trade here. It's been the one. All right, I'm closing up the giveaway. And we will get the duck race going. Back in a 500. So now 23,500 is on watch. 15-minute closed green. See if it can show some follow through here up above 23,500. All right, we got the list. The list in here. We got 42 entries. Oh, 41. I got to remove myself. And let's see if we can set this up here. Bear with me. Just setting up the duck race right now. NQ just kind of bopping into 500 there. Okay. Should we do it? Should we rip it? Yeah, let's do it. So here's the list. See all the names are here. Got 41 entries. Let's go 45 seconds. The 1 minute was a little long, I thought. Thought it was a little long. 45. All right. May the fastest duck win. Here we go. Good luck. Ben R with an early lead. Eric's right up there as well. All right. All right. Here we go. John Hill. John Hill with the Trump duck. Oh my goodness. This is funny. Nicole as Batman. Batwoman. All right, here we go. 10 seconds. Magnus or Dave L. Who's it going to be? Someone going to come up from the rear. Rich. Oh, I think Rich got it. Congrats. I will send you, I'll DM you the info. So let's remove Rich. We got one winner down and we'll go again. We will go again. Here we go. Congrats, Rich. NQ still just here at 23,500. All right, good luck. Tom, Dez. Dez, why is your duck a clown? Oh my goodness. Oh man. Tom's up there. Someone's gonna pull up from the rear. They always do. Might be Alan. Oh no, who do we have? Who do we have coming up from the rear? Dom? Is it gonna be Dom? Oh man, Dom the doctor. Oh, I'll DM you. So Rich and Dom, congrats to both of you. We got our winners for the TPT 50K account giveaway. That's awesome. I love doing that. That's fun. Like I said, I'll DM both of you guys. That's a good time there. All right. All right. All right. Now we're back on NQ. So up above 23,500 here. And we want to see 23,500 if buyers can hold above now. I don't even think Dom is here. Dom doesn't even know that he won. Volume starting to taper down a bit. Slowing down quite a bit here. See where we're at as far as the fib is concerned. All right, you got the 38% fib just above. All right, Ray, take care, man. We'll see you on Tuesday. Have a great holiday weekend. NQ long yet? The NQ long's been done. Where you been? Where have you been? 440 was the long. Now we're watching 500. Volume is a bit of a concern. I mean, it's still above average slightly. It's more like average, but something I'm thinking about for today with the 3-day weekend ahead. No acceptance above 500. Session volume point of control shifted slightly higher there. So going to be a one and done this morning. All right, getting back in a 440. So the question now is the 440 low going to hold, or are we going to visit 370? Let's see that reaction near the lows. Actual low is, what is that, 428? Extended hours session volume point of control has yet to move. Volume's holding up pretty well. That's definitely encouraging to see. There's 440. New low of day being made. So if the fresh lows hold, we're looking at 370. It's your downside level there. Trend day continues. Very slight new low of day. What was that? 1, 2 ticks maybe? Nice uptick in volume as well. You got ES coming into 6453. It's a level of interest. RTY could not reclaim the overnight low. So it's making fresh lows on the day. What else do we have here? Gold just in a massive trend higher today. Anyone trade GC? Any gold traders out there? Wow, look at that thing. Big volume too. I've never traded gold. I've heard good things though. Heard good things about this thing. Wow. Shit. You think my style would pair nicely with gold? That's good info. I may try it out. What's the sizing like? I gotta look into that. Do you trade the same amount of size with NQ? I'll have to look into that. Would you say we're at the target for the failed breakout now? Pretty much, yeah. I mean, 370 could be a bit of a stretch. Let's take a look. The structure. Yeah, I mean, we're there. The Basically, this is how I'm thinking about it. If this is the range and this is your breakout, here's your failed breakout. Pretty fast move into the range low, right? So I'll have to see if the lows hold. 370 is actually going to trade. Right now, just watching the lows, watching this 440 area as we get into 11 a.m. Yeah, I think my time with funding ticks might be over. I mean, this thing is, or not funding ticks. It's a prop firm. Trade Sinker might be done. Might just be user error. I cannot get this thing to work properly, but it's like nonstop issues. Nonstop. It's more headache than it's actually worth. It's a cool idea for a trade copier, but maybe it's just my trading style because I know Gabe. I don't know if you're in the stream, Gabe, but he seems to not have any issues with it. But I use limit orders and they do not, most of the time it seems like, at least this week, most of the time they do not go through. Sam, you having issues too? Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. Like when it works right, it's amazing. It's incredible when it works correctly. But when it doesn't, it's like it's bad. It's bad. So any limit orders and copiers, no good. Yeah, you use Replicanto, right? Or you said you built your own, I thought, if I remember correctly. Oh, Ninja, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna change up my whole execution style just to use a copier. So I'll give TradeSync a little more time. See if they can get it together. It was reversing orders. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what's happening to me, or worse, or just as bad. Basically, a buy order will not go through for one reason or another. Doesn't get filled, or just doesn't go through for it in TradeSync for some reason, and then the the take profit will go through. So on my main account, I'm like locking profits, and then in some prop linked account, some follower account, I'm now short at my take profit. It's like, oh my goodness, what is going on? And Q, just a little consolidation here. It's now 11 a.m. at the 440. Notice the spring setup right with the 11 a.m. Let's see if 450 breaks. It blew a few accounts because of that. Yeah, I've TradeSync has churned through a few for me. Not fun. Not fun at all. All right, might be time to call it here shortly. Watching the 440. Like to see volume remain solid. So that was a concern for today, but right now it's not an issue at all. I mean, it's really, really good volume. 2 to 3x R vol. It's incredible. And we want to see if 440 is going to remain pretty much the low for today as a tradable low or not. Monday, no stream. Market holiday, right? So enjoy your long weekend. Congrats again to Dom and Rich for winning the TPT account giveaway. I think we'll do another giveaway sometime soon. And then Tuesday, we have the Autopilot Trader pre-launch. So if you're interested in the trading bot, which right now only trades the 2-hour trader framework, fully automated, pre-launch is on Tuesday. You can join the waitlist right there. I put a link in the chat. Rich TradeSync recommends market orders. Yeah, it makes sense. I'm not a really a market order user though, so I'm not sure if it's worthwhile for me to switch up my execution style. Maybe, maybe. If you can link enough accounts, could be worth it. We'll see. We'll see. Right now I'm pretty frustrated with the thing, so all right, I think we call it right there. Thank you guys for your time. Fun stream today with the duck race. Downtrending day. We had a nice long versus 440. Otherwise, pretty much all shorts all morning. 23,500 reject. Nice short there. Question is this going to remain essentially a tradable low for the day, or is price going to roll over and give us a test of 370? That's the question. So if you're trading late morning, 440, this area right there is kind of your main watch. I could kind of see just a structure kind of building out like this, like a late morning range, late morning base. Volume point of control shifted lower. I see a high volume node. It hasn't shifted for me just yet. RTH, it's been there. All right, folks, we'll keep it going in the Traders Think Tank. Otherwise, I will see you all on Tuesday. We'll be live on Tuesday following the stream on Tuesday. The pre-launch emails for the autopilot trader will start going out. So that's the schedule. That's the PTG schedule here. Thank you guys for your time. Have a great weekend, folks.